Whaley's on the radio. It's MTN22. Ring in if you dare on 405 362. 405 362.
All right, now girls, behave yourselves.
James Whale, James Whale, James Whale, James Whale, most famous man in the whole world ever. James Whale, James Whale, James Whale, James Whale, the most famous man in the whole world ever. Now give us a ring, give us a ring. 455 and a 362.
Right, welcome back. Okay.
Throughout the years, mankind has been waiting for just one man, a magnificent leader, to show us the light of his ways, to teach us how to handle a woman and give meaning to their lives in the service of man. All hail James Whale. All hail James Whale.
Be still, be still. Right here now. Up! Oh. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying? What?
Sorry?
No, what were you saying? No, was it? No, we'll do that now, yes. What?
We'll do it now.
Yeah, well, because, I mean, that would make Leeds other paper as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they haven't got anything else much worth looking at, have they? I agreed to appear naked for them in it, and they said no. You know, I said, listen, I will do it.
Spread.
Send a spread, yeah. I want £5 for it, and that's all. I mean, I thought that was great, you know. Samantha Fox would want more than that.
Why are you doing your show naked?
Well, because I felt like it, you know. Oh, that's your fault, that is. I forgot the knobs, didn't I?
There's going to be applause there.
Well, no, I wasn't. No, the applause. Applause? See? That's good. No, I was going to do this.
425 362.
But you see, I hit it in the wrong place. And what I should have done was waited a few minutes and it re-cues itself, technical term for going back to the beginning, and the light goes off, and no. I allowed you to smoke one cigarette, that's it. Right. And then you hit it again like this.
The magnificent whale on his radio show puts them off, cuts them off. Off. That's how it goes. Magnificent whale on his radio show.
That's right. But, you know, really the other way. I mean, oh, sorry, we're back on. Right, back on.
I use a trowel.
I use a spade. And I use a hammer. I use machinery.
I don't use anything. I may use something.
I wouldn't. I use a bell. I use a ball.
I use a map. I use something, but not always. What I do is almost here.
Something's in the air.
Okay.
Stroud.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
I use my hand.
Do you really? 17 minutes to one. Right, we'll have a little chat with a few more people. All right. He's mad. You are mad. You know that.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, right.
I don't want to talk about that anymore because
No, because I'm bored with it.
We've decided that the buses obviously come from Germany and they head straight...
And what was the name of those buses again?
Sorry, whose programme is this?
Mine.
I don't think
But
so.
mine.
Oh, it's so...
Mine. Sorry, mine. The name of the buses again were... We
Mongrel shits and that's and fine.
we particularly liked that.
The reason I phoned in this evening, I don't think anybody really wants to listen to you. I think the reason that they're tuning in is to listen to me. So would you just shut your mouth for about at least 5 minutes and let me do the talking? What I wanted to really know was... there are lots of people there in Leeds, in Sheffield, where they pick up your programme, Leeds, Sheffield, Doncaster, all those sort of places, perhaps even York, in little bed-sit rooms, little quiet, little secluded little rooms. And I just wondered, what was the most disgusting thing they do with their body?
Ah, please. Arthur, please. We're trying to clean up the image of the programme. We're trying to make the programme more wholesome to appeal to a wider audience. We don't want to know what the most disgusting things people do to their bodies are. I mean, can you imagine what some of those people are doing at this moment?
Now, hold on, you're just asking the question that I just asked. You just said we don't... You just said we don't want to know, and now you're asking me to imagine it. Listen, all I want to know is if anybody would perhaps phone in to talk about myself. I can hear you heaving breathily. You're heaving breathily, aren't you?
I'm what?
You're heaving breathily.
No.
No. Breathing heavily.
Oh, breathing heavily. It's not funny.
What I was just about to say was that myself, I stick my finger...
Yeah, but please, we don't want to know what you do in the privacy of your own home.
I think...
No, we don't want... No, look, please, come on, enough is enough.
Actually.
You'll regret talking to me tomorrow. You always do. You will regret having said this tomorrow.
No, I mean in the privacy of my home.
Yes, I know. In the privacy of your own home, it's all right. But really, there are people listening who...
A lot of interested people.
I'll tell you what I'll do, right? I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got your number.
Interested.
If I get more than 4 or 5 people who want to know what you really are doing at this time, I'll call you back. Right, 455-362. Give us a ring if you do want to know what he does in the privacy of his own room.
John Betts Riverside Autos and the Automobile Centre Castleford are branches of this...
He says, well, I've a better way than that, like he says, and it gives you more lines and all that kind of stuff. He says, you wear a clean pair of white underpants.
Oh, shush, I don't want to know. Get him off. Star signs. This is going down the tubes, this programme, very, very sort of quickly. I think it's going right down, getting to rock bottom now. Aries.
In the past, about previous experience.
Well, actually,
I don't have to do it. I mean, I could stop now if I wanted to. It's just that, yeah, twice, maybe 3 times a week, I'm on the phone. It doesn't matter that much. I could stop, but, well, when it's late at night, there's not a lot you can do. So I do it. I do it. Whaley really screws you up.
James Whale, our hero. We listen every night to hear your sweet and smooth tones, just sets our souls alight. We leave the other DJ cold, no other can compare, not Peter Tate, nor Levy, nor Rayner, you are the greatest on air. The knobs upon our radio vibrate with sheer delight as they give up your suave conversation from 10 till 2 every night.
Pete. And he has pioneered a way of putting bits of people back together again. You may remember a little while ago Bimbo had an accident, killed himself, shot himself off into space. He didn't actually die. He wasn't allowed into heaven or to hell, and he came back to this planet. He has now been got together by X, who has connected him, or what was left of him, to a computer. And we are now going to try and make contact. Would you just like to sort of talk me through it slightly?
Yes, well, yes, we see the black box before you.
Yes.
And the very necessary colostomy bag.
Yes.
And a PP3 battery.
Yeah.
I do hope you have some spares, because if it runs low, we've got about a minute to change the battery.
Yeah. Can it understand me if I talk to it or not?
Communication is sometimes difficult. Fixations at the moment, but it is improving. It tends to be very repetitive on one word.
Yeah. You mentioned about the thing wanting to become a musician, did you?
Yes, it has musical inclinations now, but it isn't very attractive to look at.
Yes. Well, it never was very.
It wouldn't be a
attractive.
very visual act, but
No.
it's fairly musical.
Okay, shall I try?
If we're lucky, we might get some.
How do we approach it?
Yeah. Yes, it senses our need. Yes.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
I'll play to you there. Live.
I see what you mean. It's pretty basic, isn't it? Yep. I see what you mean. Does it know that we are listening or not?
Well, that's the sort of response that Bimbo gave us, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just wonder whether people out there would appreciate that this is something that really is a revolutionary first in radio terms. Do you think?
Well, hopefully get some feedback on that one.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll get feedback on it. It's exactly where the feedback comes from that worries me. Is there? Do you think that he's got anything else in there he could do for us or not? It sounded like something. I can't believe it was. Do you? I can't go on. Okay. I have managed to try and talk it into doing a jingle for the program. Now, whether it is going to work, I don't know. I think there will probably be parts of it we just won't be able to use. Let's see.
Whale, 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 whale. Whale, 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 whale,
Very, very good. Oh, Bimbo, I'm so impressed, Bimbo. What? I see. Like, it does.
It's very unhappy. It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
And we assume it's male.
Yes.
And it's longing for female companionship, but I don't think I've got the heart to construct another one.
No,
I might be capable of breeding.
I think that's very, very good idea. Hopefully people can't hear. Please, Bimbo. Can you not control it to any extent at all?
As I say, you can always pull the plugs. But
Yeah. It seems such a shame on something that's trying so hard to grip onto life, whatever life is left. I wonder if we could perhaps get the angels here just to sing over him. Perhaps they could provide a backing. What?
The whalettes.
The whalettes, yes. Girls, come behind this thing here. It's all right. It's a bit slimy, I know. Of course, Bimbo is a little sludgy, really. It's a little green. It's a little gruesome. Lean over him, girls. Get really close into him. Yeah. To Bimbo. To the box there. Yeah. Well, no. It's all right, girl. No, just sing into the little hole there, on the side of it. Just sing. No. No, please. I'm trying to keep the smut down, so that I'm trying to talk all over it. I'm trying to. Listen, it's rollicks. It's a rowing term. It's a rowing term used by the university types. Really? No, put that down. Put that down. Yes, well, you got it in your hand. Put it down right now. Look, just sing into the little hole on the end, and it's just sing there. Oh. Luckily, it's so obscured, nobody can hear it. Thank goodness. I don't even know why you lot are laughing. Quite frankly, I find the whole thing disgusting. I'm absolutely embarrassed. So, X, you have my sympathy. I mean, I hope that you'll be able to, in some way, control it. I mean, it'll just go berserk, won't it? Eh?
Just put it back in this carrier bag and take it home.
Yes, I think if you were to pull it out, it would probably be a very, very good idea. I didn't hear that. I don't know what it was, but I think I'm probably going to have to put on a phone call. X, can you do anything with it?
Back in the bag and home.
I think probably back in the bag and home is a very good idea. It's having a fit. Look, it's having a fit. It's oozing out over the end. Oh, gosh, it's oozing all over the place. It's oozing out all over the place. Oh, my God. It's oozing everywhere. Oh, dear, 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 dear. What has happened? What has happened?
The nates. Erectation of the nates, I think, and...
I didn't think that, had such a devastating effect on a thing, on a whatever it is. Can't you cram it back in the blasted bag?
Now, that stuff that seeped into the carpet, you don't think it's going to stain?
No, yes, well, I hope it doesn't stain. I just hope... take it away, X, please. I mean, I've tried to have a live interview with Bimbo, what was left of him here in the studio, and it hasn't flipping worked, has it? In fact, to be quite honest with you, I mean, I could, we need a YTS scheme in here, because, look, I can't find the flipping commercials I want. I don't know. Where's 287, for God's sake? Let's find 287. What's that? It's enough to send you insane. I mean, I can't cope anymore. I've had enough. I just can't do any more. I have had more than a body can take. I can't handle this program anymore. Where's 287? My God, find me 287. Yeah, it's 287 isn't there. Where is it? Come on, pick them up. For goodness sake, we've got a program to get on the air. Can't you do anything right?
I don't know what he was taken away in a brown van. The man who is on the radio this evening is nothing more than imposter who would not be able to find his arse with his hand.
It's true, Robert. Bimbo's got me here.
Shut up, you.
Absolutely rubbish. I am James Whale. I am he. I am the man here. No, he's not. Oh. Right.
What? Do I believe him?
Of course you don't believe him. Don't I look like the James you've come to know and love?
Well, you look like him.
I am him.
You sound like him.
I am he.
Well, I don't know
Got
what
an
to do
itch.
now. You scratch like him.
Yes. I am he. Right, let's get into it. Kathy. Oh, no, she's not there, is she? Run, rabbit, run, run. Do you know we've had so much response to Roberto and I singing songs that we're going to keep it in. We're going to keep it in when we go to America, right? Kathy.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Can I come to your party?
On the 10th.
Well, whenever you're having one.
We're having it next Friday.
Yes.
Not tomorrow. We're
No.
going up to the university tomorrow. In Horsforth, the one in Horsforth, where...
My friends, how good it is to be once again with you, my mouth tightly pressed against one of your bodily orifices. I mean your ear, fools. Last week, I told you about my fruity passion for Edwina Curry, but I'm afraid I now have to confess that she has faded from my thoughts. Now I have eyes only for one, and that one is the divine creature brought down to see me last week by my good friend, not to mention slave, Lorenzo. No, I'm not talking about the Ian Botham lookalike who came down to the studios in the hope of giving Auntie Linda a Rambogram. I mean his colleague of what some people have been so misguided as to call the fairer sex. Believe you me, there was no doubt about what sex this one was. I tell you, the studio had never been filled so well by just one person. Yes, I think you know what I mean. Going back to the fruit, this was a case not so much of melons as of pumpkins. I saw as soon as she walked, or rather flopped through the door, that here was a woman in dire need of training. Some women are indisciplined merely in their behavior, but others, like this one, manage even to have undisciplined bodies. I mean, it was totally out of control, escaping from her clothes. Honestly, Roberta was terrified. They seemed to have a life of their own, and when she came to say hello to my trusty drudge, I think he was afraid they were going to leap out and strangle him. Well, they certainly looked as if they were capable of overpowering a grown man. Ooh, I think that's very probably the solution to the majority of missing persons cases. These missing persons haven't fallen in the canal or become the victims of hit-and-run drivers. They've probably, not to use a very pleasant phrase, simply bitten off more than they could chew and found themselves overwhelmed by a pair of giant boobies, as Lorenzo called them. Anyhow, the upshot of it all, to use yet another unfortunate phrase, is that I now consider myself thoroughly in love. It's a good thing Peter Levy wasn't around at the time. Poor boy, his stomach isn't strong at the best of times. And I well remember the last time he was in the studios when I was visited by a more than amply endowed female. I'm not one to pass on gossip, and of course Peter's position as the station gas bag has been officially recognized by his appointment to the gossip line. But on that occasion he turned a very peculiar shade of puce and left the room with his hand over his mouth and muttered something about not being able to face a heaped plate of blancmange at that time of day. Poor Peter, as many have said before. Time's up, so you can go now. Oh, and if you haven't got your copy of my record, The Whaley Rap, look out for it in the shop soon. Give us a ring next week, okay?
I'm sorry. Are you offended by it? If you're offended, I'll deal with him. Are you offended by him?
You just deal, do you?
You're,
No, I'm not offended.
What's offensive?
you're not offended by him.
She can defend herself, can't she? Can she defend herself?
Shut up, Bevis.
No.
Bevis, I'm wounded deeply. Are you? He sounds a bit sweaty, don't you think?
He sounds very boring.
Does he?
Oh, boring. Oh, she could. Let's make her interesting then. Come on, talk, darling. Be interesting. Giggle, giggle, giggle.
Come on, show him how interesting you are.
Yeah, let's be
What does
interesting,
he
shall we?
want to talk about?
You've been writing notes on me all night. Tell him some of these wonderful
Yeah,
notes.
come on.
Yeah.
Let's interest me.
Interest him.
I mean, apparently I'm boring.
He
So
is,
you,
isn't he?
You're not. So come on, go, baby, go.
You've obviously hit a sore point here. Get him, go on. Get him while he's down.
Yeah,
Quickly.
Come on, go.
Ask what you want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about? You boring old...
Bevis, please, there are people listening of a genteel disposition. Not a lot of them, but
I
just
don't
few.
think there are too many brain cells rubbed together here, are there, really?
You on the programme, Bimbo, I expect something a little more exciting than you. You know, we don't pay you thousands of pounds a week to appear on this programme for you to go, yeah,
Finished talking yet?
Well, you know, I'm just saying I wasn't very happy with that first introduction of yours. I thought you could have done a little better.
I'm not very happy with the fact that I come on this programme and you decide to talk for 5 minutes before I can actually get a word out. What do you think you are? You're scum. And let me tell you something. I'm sitting here surrounded. I've got 15 leeches over my body. 15 leeches sucking the blood out of me. Consider that, if you will, listener.
Well, I think a lot of us would be very happy to hear that. Hope they suck all the more hard.
They're sucking the goodness out of me. That's what they're doing. I ordered something from a mail order catalogue. A brine nylon zip-up front brown. It was chocolate brown. It's beautiful, actually. It looks of leeches. I'm sitting here now thinking it was a bloody brine nylon jumper. I've got leeches all over my
I see.
body.
So it's not actually that you're having leeches put on. You're just
No.
imagining it.
No, I mean, actually, that's what they had. They
Oh, I see. You've got the leeches instead of the jumper.
Yeah, I phoned the thing and she
Can
said
you
it was a
follow
computer
this?
error. What?
Ah, yeah, I see. A computer
She said it
error.
was
Oh,
a
well.
There was an
Yeah.
error in the computer.
Yeah. So, I mean, have you got no clothes on?
Well, what do you do when you put on a new garment of clothes, for God's sake? What do you do?
Well,
you
I
take
stand-
your clothes off, don't you?
I stand in front of the mirror.
Listen, you're not sitting there with leeches over your body. All you're doing is sitting in front of my room. People want to hear a true life horror story, then shut your gobble and listen to how things went wrong for me. I stripped naked down to my Airtex vest. Don't laugh. There's nothing funny about this.
Could you imagine it? It must look disgusting. Oh, golly.
Well, it's better than having that
Oh,
bleeder on before him. Obviously white.
dear.
Some old homosexual there that you have on every morning work his way up from the bottom.
Have you finished?
I know, I was just about to say he's on the cusp of Uranus. I suppose you're going to cut me off. Well, I'm not going to permit it, and I am not going to permit it. You're going to do it, but I am not going to permit it because I've got something to tell you that is of national importance. National importance.
You just love it, don't you? Yes, you just love it. Right, thank you very much indeed. Get him off. Take him away. Bring back that funny coat. Put it on him and take him away. Have you found that club for me yet? Have you got back to that club yet? Have you got them? Because He's having a problem on this line. He's not. Have you got rid of him yet? Because he's getting dangerous. He really is. I mean, if Margaret Thatcher doesn't give him a place in the government in the near future, he's just going to become uncontrollable. Yes, he is a well-known politician who comes on for a bit of a laugh, but do you know which one? That is the point. Right, I'll try that club. They annoyed me earlier, that bloke from the club. I didn't understand what he was talking about, but I did promise to be nice to practically everybody tonight. Hello?
How you doing, James? I'm here with one of my dwarfs who I've been throwing about tonight. I'll just put you on. He's very happy about it. Hello, James?
Yeah?
Well, I think it was a good experience because I got paid for it.
Yeah?
So what do you have to say about that? I mean, they're slagging my friend off. James, you're bald, and I know you're a dwarf yourself. We'd have been throwing you about. You know that? Yes, we would, given chance. Anyway.
Have you managed to find out where that is yet?
Okay.
Have you got it? Good.
That's right. What? Yes, wipe me off. Can't handle it. Sorry. Ta-da.
Can you phone it back again? This time, ask for whoever's in charge. Right? He's the person in charge. What is the name of the club, and where is it? And can we get the radio car out? And I want to go round there now. Can we do that? I see no reason why we can't. Okay. Now, if the person wants to ring back and tell us exactly where they are, because they haven't got the bottle to do that, I don't think, or come over here, you know, we'd be delighted to find out exactly what their problem is. What? Is it? Let's see.
Hello?
Yes, hello, who's that?
It's Boo again.
It's who?
Boo.
What's the name of that place?
What's it to do with you, James?
No. If you call the programme, you see, we like to know exactly who we're talking to. What is that? We have got a trace on this line. We should know fairly soon. What is the name of the club?
Look, James.
And could we talk to the manager? I would like to talk to the manager.
Would you? Anyway...
You know, obviously you can't run the place properly. I wonder if your licence needs revoking, quite honestly. I mean, I wouldn't have thought you were the right sort of person if, in fact, you are the manager to be in charge of a place like that, but we can talk about this later. Now, are you the boss? Oh, you've gone quiet, have you? Oh, I see. You're not going to play now. You're just going to sort of stand there, bemused on the other end of the telephone and pretend, of course, it wasn't you. Well, of course, when I said that perhaps your licence ought to be revoked, I suppose that really did hit home hard. Somebody who is purveying alcohol, of course, to people ought really to behave in a far more sensible and responsible manner. Yes, I see. And of course one wonders if it is a club that has a licence on until this time, doesn't one? We will be checking all this out and finding out. And taking the mick out of dwarfs, of course, is something we won't tolerate on this programme, will we? Calling me bald is something we won't tolerate either, although I couldn't care less, and the Whalettes would have it no other way, except on top of my head. But we will sort this out. And this club, whatever the name of it, I'm not prepared to sort of... We have had a few suggestions from people ringing in saying they know these people. They are nasty, horrible people, and they don't like going there. And as soon as I do know, we'll get into the newspapers and we'll broadcast the fact, and we'll get onto the breweries that supply them as well. Because, you know, we'll take the pee out of James' night tonight and we'll ring up and have a go. It's going to backfire on them, isn't it? Quite frankly, it's going to backfire on them. Let me just check, make sure they're not advertising. No, they're not. Okay. So as soon as we've sorted it out, we'll let you know. But they're not going to come back and talk to us. No. Of course, the manager, or whoever's in charge, may well be away, and then, of course, there will be an unreserved apology to him, and I will make a free personal appearance in the club to help him out, and, of course, those people will be sacked. I don't think we can say any more than that, do we? No. Okay, fine. Back to the calls. Who's on next?
You happen because I linger.
Yes, you linger like an old... Look.
I don't like being cut off, my little chickadee.
Listen, I'll do more than cut you off. I'll impale you.
Please,
I will impale you.
Love me, please. I am deranged. Love me. Please love me. I am unbalanced, unhinged. I need help.
Yes, I know that, and I've been trying to give you the help for years. I'll tell you what.
You can't treat me thus. I have your love child.
If you want, why don't you sing a little song and make you feel happy?
No. Think of raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright coloured posies and warm coloured mittens. These are a few of my things when I'm feeling miserable. For, as you know, recently, you've been cutting me off quite frequently on account of the fact that I wanted to tell a simple Norman
So? Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you want? You want me to coax you into it?
Okay.
You want me to coax you into it?
Okay, well, a bit of coaxing would be nice.
All right, well, I'll coax you into it.
Okay.
I don't remember you having an American accent.
No, I'm trying it out, you know. People say American accents sound sexy, so I'm trying it out.
Oh, all right, okay, try it out, yeah.
Right, okay.
That's good, yes, it is very, very sexy.
Okay, Whaley Baby.
I like
Let's get
that.
the show on the road, huh?
I like that.
Okay.
Whaley Baby, yes, I like that, yes. Yeah. Bring me that.
So sing it.
Hang on, bring me that photograph of her in so I can look at it while I'm listening, all right? Good, fine. Okay. Are you ready?
Right, you're going to count me in?
How many do you want?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
James Whale has a whole lot of flair. He is a mega famous mega star on radio. Could you get to sleep at night without hearing his voice? Ooh, Whaley Baby, he's the people's choice. Now James Whale has a mighty sound. He has the raunchiest, sexiest show in town. He can make you laugh, he can make you cry. Ooh, Whaley Baby, he's one hell of a guy. Some people wonder, some people doubt. Some people think they know what Whale is all about, but he's so extraordinarily super cool that he can get the back up any old fool. Now James Whale has a whole lot of flair. He is a mega famous mega star on radio where stimulating conversation no one can compare with you, Whaley Baby, you, Whaley Baby, you, Whaley Baby. Call him if you dare. Woo!
Do you know, I just want to give you a great big hug.
Oh, well, you missed Cuddler's Thomas, didn't you?
I forgot. I was getting on my high horse about teaching, you see, and I forgot all about it.
Oh.
Which is a bit of a what's it, isn't it, really? But I'll have another one at 1:30.
Okay, don't forget.
No, I won't. Are you all right then?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm a bit overcome, you know.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Bit overwhelmed.
Bit overwhelmed? Ah, you don't want to talk about anything then?
Oh, yeah, well, no, I did telephone to talk about promiscuity, but seeing as you wanted to hear me song, I mean, I don't think you really want to hear about it, do you?
Sorry, a split personality. I can't cope with this. Listen, just
excuse me, James, but this is a subject very close to my heart, and I am absolutely sick to the teeth of the church's argument on promiscuity. I mean, you know, if you're careful, right, if you're careful, it really can be fun. Now, are you listening?
Is that right, yes?
This is important, right?
Oh, sorry,
I mean, my motto is, come sport us while we may.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Come sport us while we may.
Come sport us while we...
In capitals.
In capitals?
In capitals. I mean, that is just what life is all about. I mean, if you're old enough to vote, you're old enough to... You know what I mean?
Well, yes, I know exactly, darling, what you mean.
No, I mean, what exactly?
Hang on, just a minute.
I mean, this is really getting me angry.
Yeah. What is that? Just a moment, sorry.
Brought these for Roberto.
Oh, give them to Roberto, fine.
They want to come in and sit with you.
Who do?
These gentlemen want to come and see how
We're full. Oh, sorry, darling, I'm sorry. I just had somebody at the door.
I'll wait for you anytime.
Where were we?
Oh, yes, I was getting angry about this,
The women had Lindsay, but a Chicago policeman who gets his gun out regularly sings like George Formby.
Yeah, I barely believe it myself.
Just before you do that, tell me why there's a sort of a club there, isn't there, that you belong to?
Well, actually, it's just it's a tavern that I go to. It's a bar.
It's a bar.
And, yeah, and and the guy that owns the place is a ex-Englishman, an old-timer. And one day we were sitting around, he says to me, Blackburn, you're an entertainer on the side, aren't you? I said, yeah. He says, do you play the banjo? I said, yes, I do. He says, have you ever heard of George Formby? I said, no, I haven't. And he pulled out this tape of George Formby songs that he had brought with him. And he says, you think you can learn a few of those? I'm trying to create a decor here of an English atmosphere, and if you can learn some of these songs, I'll hire you. So that's what he did. I learned a few of the songs, and he hired me. Now I've kind of worn out my welcome with that. He's on to newer and bigger things. I still play there once in a while.
Did they ever interview you on television over there, or radio?
No, never over here. I'm a nothing over here.
Really?
Only over there in England.
But they know George Formby, don't they, in America?
No, they don't know. They've never heard of George Formby.
Really?
But I'll tell you, all the English types that come into this pub, and they hear me playing George Formby, they come up to me and say, how the hell do you know George Formby? You know, and then I tell them, I say, he was a personal friend of mine.
Hey, listen, if you
They're baffled.
you get me my own talk show in Chicago, I will have you on as a regular guest.
I don't know if I'd be that popular over here.
Oh, yes, you would. Yes, you would, honestly. You know that guy Howard Stern? Have you heard his program?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, see, I want to be just like him.
Okay.
And I reckon that a guy playing George Formby songs in the middle of the show all the time would go down a storm.
I probably would. That's your end. You can figure all that out.
I'll figure it out anyway. At least I've got my own personal bodyguard now. I mean, I'm on, you know.
Well, you've got a personal bodyguard, if nothing else.
Yep. Let's hear the song, Michael.
Okay, let me get somebody here. Come here. Hey, sweetie.
Sweetie?
Come here and hold the phone for me, would you? James Wales is waiting.
Is this your young lady, or one of them? He's going to sing the song, isn't he?
Here we go. Now, this song is called Swimming with the Women.
Right.
George Formby. Try to keep it about halfway. Here we go. Oh, now every year about July when summertime comes round, there's lots and lots of people at the seaside to be found. Some play golf or tennis, others like to take a rest. But here's the kind of exercise that I enjoy the best when I go swimming with the women. And I do have a real good time, bobbing up and down in the water. It comes just below my Mason-Dixie line. To see them do their exercises, you wouldn't think that half of them were swimming. And when the girls stand up to sneeze, you can see their housemaid knees if you go swimming with the women. Now, even when I am at home a working day to day, I always do look forward to my happy holiday. The people don't invite me out, they know I have to mix. I go out to the bath that day because the bathing's mixed, and I go swimming with the women. And I do have a real good time, bobbing up and down in the water with a pretty girl whose name is Adeline. You ought to see her latest bathing costume. It's nothing but a little bit of trimming. What I took to be her face turned out to be another place when I went swimming with the women. One day I went with some of my relations, and someone went and pushed my Uncle Jim in. He came up gasping for his breath and shouted, what a lovely death to die while swimming with the women. Once I went swimming with the women, and I did feel a big soft thing. A woman went and fainted in the water, and where she disappeared it left a ring. So I jumped in with nearly all my clothes on and swam until my eyesight started dimming. And after fighting for my life, I found I'd gone and saved the wife. So I quit swimming with the women.
Yeah, what did you think?
I bet some
Yeah, they like it, Michael. They
well,
like.
I sure hope the Russians aren't jamming the stations or anything like that.
No. Well, seeing that you're coming over on satellite at the moment, I think they'll probably be enjoying that, you know.
They probably would. They're probably listening. Hey, what's going on?
Talking about which, I've got a letter from the RAF in King's Lynn in Norfolk next to read out. Funny, yeah. Anyway, listen, Michael, thanks very much indeed. And,
okay, listen, I'll leave the address with your guy over there.
Okay, I'll put him on to you. When are you coming over next?
Don't know. I think I'm expecting a visit from my friend the Webbs over there in England. If they're supposed to be coming over here.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably next year, the year after, but
Who knows?
I don't know when.
Well, listen.
I'll get a hold of you when I do.
Give Robert your address and everything, and then if I get over to Los Angeles or something later this year, I'll look you up.
Okay.
Okay. See you later.
It certainly was a pleasure. Thanks again.
Thanks, Michael. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
An evening over there, who's been on surveillance and been out with the gun on the streets today, is now going to sing some George Formby. Take it away, Mike.
Here we go.
Now Mr. Wu was a laundry man in a shop with an old green door. He'd iron all day, his linen away, he really makes me sore. He lost his heart to a Chinese girl and his laundry's all gone wrong. All day he'd flirt, scorch your shirt, that's why I'm singing this song. Oh, Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I've got those kind of Limehouse Chinese laundry blues. This funny feeling keeps round me stealing. Oh, won't you throw your sweetheart overdue? My vest's so short that it won't fit my little brother, and my new Sunday shirt has got a perforated rudder. Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of Limehouse Chinese laundry blues. Now Mr. Wu, he's got a naughty eye that flickers. You ought to see it wobble when he's ironing ladies' blouses. Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of Limehouse Chinese laundry blues. Now Mr. Wu, he's got a laundry kind of tricky. He starts my shirts and collars, but he never touched my waistcoat. Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of Limehouse Chinese laundry blues. Oh, Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I'm feeling kind of Limehouse Chinese laundry blues.
Hope that came over okay.
Yeah. Excellent. You've heard of Alan Randall?
Have I? I don't know. Sounds familiar. What's his line?
Well, he does. He dresses up and plays all the old George Formby songs, and somebody just said to me, that's Alan Randall, isn't it? I said,
no,
silly.
Never heard of him.
Alan Randall hasn't got a flippin' American accent. I mean, that's the thing that makes you so unique.
Yeah, it does.
Singing these songs with an American accent. Yeah, it's good.
Well, how come you ought to market me out there, James, and we'll come and we'll make $1 million.
Well, listen, we could do that. I got you fixed up with all sorts of appearances, but you had to go back to Chicago. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got a little idea for doing a little show here around Christmas time.
Okay.
And perhaps if you can come over Christmas or something, we might be able to do something.
Well, if you can send me an airline ticket, I'd be happy to do it.
Well, okay, we'll see what we can do. That's not as difficult, I'm sure, as you might think.
You get me over there, I'll take care of my living expenses.
You will you?
That's all.
Okay. Well, for that, we'll have another song from you.
Okay.
Which is your favourite one?
Let me think here. My favorite one is "Swimming with the Women," or why don't women like me, rather?
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to hear that one?
Yeah, we'd love it.
Hold on one second here.
Okay. Put the phone down, and because of course the guy's got to get outside for his nosh. Off you go.
Now, where's the chord? Here it is. Now I know I'm not handsome, no good looks or wealth, but the girls I chase say my plain face will compromise their health. Now I know fellas worse than me, bow-legged and bow-tied, walking out with lovely women clinging to their sides. Now women like them, like men like those. Why don't women like me? Look at Empress Josephine, the most attractive woman that you'd ever seen. Yes, Napoleon, short and fat, captivate the lovely looking dames like that. Now women like them, like
Fantastic. Mike.
It's like a one-man funeral over there. I understand everybody's upset about the elections going on in Leeds and in
I don't know if anybody's upset about it. I don't know. The Americans I know are closely following our elections at the moment, aren't they? Because of course it means.
Well, we're too busy knocking out our. We're too busy knocking out our presidential candidates because of sex scandals.
Well, yes, that's. I mean, you know, it's a strange. We wouldn't have that problem, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps we would. I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see, because one party, of course, has said it's going to get rid of the American bases over here, and there's a terrific difference between the two main parties, as you know, on defence. The Labour Party want to denuclearise us, if that's the right word, and the Tories don't. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, won't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
But listen,
I hope everybody in Leeds cheers up because of that.
Well, we will. We will. Thank you, Mike. I've got to go because we've got some commercials, and I'll talk to you soon. In fact, hang on the line, Robert. You have a word with Mike, and we'll send that record off to you. Okay. Hold on there. Thank you, Mike. Blackburn from Chicago in America, Cook County. And, of course, we, Robert and I, are honorary sheriffs.
How much would you like to pay?